Hello everyone, I am Atul Dahale and welcome to my Incredible Chess channel. Well guys, right now I am in Barcelona, Spain. I'm playing in Sants International Chess Tournament. The tournament just began today and I have played my first game. In this video, I'll be sharing my thoughts during the game and my analysis of the game, you can say. Before we go to the game, I would like to tell a few things about this tournament. In this tournament, more than 300 participants are playing from 34 different countries, and it's a very strong tournament, guys. My rating is 2198 and I am 95th seeded in this tournament. One more very interesting thing about this tournament is that more than 120 players are title players in this tournament, among which 17 are grandmasters. So you can definitely understand the strength of the tournament, and Kiril Alekseenko is the top seed in this tournament, and we'll see who wins the tournament. There will be 10 rounds in this tournament. So my game analysis from the first round I'm going to share with you. Well, in this round I was paired against Romanesco from Netherlands. He was of the same age of mine, you can say 33 old. So the game was kind of interesting. I'll be going through step by step throughout the game. So to encourage me to bring out more game analysis, do like the video, comment on the video how did you like it, and if you have some best wishes for me, definitely you can send it in the comments. Okay, so let's go through the game. In this game I was white. My opponent was kind of new to me because I never really like saw him in any of the tournaments, and when I was looking at the games like before the like round begins, I was checking his game and I did not find anything significant in his games. Like there was no concrete because there were very few games in database which I had. So I thought like, okay, I will not spend too much of time in deciding what to play, what not to play. I'll just go to the board and play whatever comes to my mind. Anyhow, it is just the first game. So I started with e4. Since last few tournaments I am playing e4 quite regularly in almost all of my games. He played e5, knight f3, knight c6, and here I was thinking to play maybe bishop b5 to go for the Roel Lopez. But today I said like, okay, I will just play bishop to c4, which might be, you can say, Gioco Piano opening or Italian. To my surprise, he played knight to f6. I was not expecting at all that he will play knight to f6. I was thinking like maybe he will play bishop c5 and then I can go for c3 and d4, all such stuff in Gioco Piano. But he played knight f6, and as I was surprised in this position, I thought like what exactly to go for in this position. I was thinking like maybe I can play d4 to go into the Scotch kind of setups. After this, maybe I can play e5, d5 and so on. But then I thought for a while. I said like Scotch might not be that great idea. Let's play positional today. So I played d3, which is converting into Italian game, and he played bishop to c5. And now here I said like, okay, let's try to trick him a little bit if he goes wrong or something like that. So I played a4. The idea is like maybe in future I'll play c3 followed by b4 and I'll get more space, but I don't know why. But I was thinking like maybe I should play positional today, slow chess. So I played c3, then he played a6. Of course, if I play b4, the bishop is ready to go back on a7 square. So here in this position, I remembered that in one of my own games in past, I had played castle and my opponent played bishop g4, and I was kind of worried throughout the game of my knight on f3. Okay, there are ways like, okay, I played knight d2 and position was okay, but in this game I did not want my knight to be pinned, so I played h3 move first before going for the castle. So after h3 he played bishop a7. He went back and I castled. He also played h6. Maybe he was also scared of, like me only, that after castle bishop g5 will come. But there are some variations where you can play h6, bishop goes behind, and then even g5 comes. So I was not actually going to play bishop g5. But still, he stopped my bishop g5 idea. He played h6 in this position. I very calmly played rook to e1, castles, and then I played knight d2. The idea in my mind was to play knight f1 followed by knight g3 and play for the f5 square, and I was kind of blinded by that idea. I did not think too much that maybe I would have some different possibilities in the position also. So he played rook to e8. I, without thinking anything, I played knight f1, but I remember that there was some idea playing b4 in this position. I even thought about b4. It's not like I did not think about b4. After b4, I was thinking like maybe he'll play bishop e6, I'll capture, and here I was not understanding what exactly to do, because if I play b5, I thought about one variation that he will capture here, and then bishop into f2 is a very interesting option, because after king captures f2, rook captures a1 is coming. Even if I get this thing, I think like he has very good compensation. This is what I was thinking in the game, but I don't really need to play b5. Instead of b5, I can play queen to c2 and queen d7, and then the game will go on. But as I was not thinking about queen c2, I was thinking about queen e2. In my game also, you will see a little bit further, I played queen to e2 in the coming moves. So I did not go for b4. I played knight f1, sticking to my original plan here. Bishop to e6 was played by him. I just captured the bishop. Rook captures e6. And now again, maybe in this position, I could have played b4 because after b4, if he plays anything else, let's suppose he plays queen d7 or maybe d5, I can play queen e2 or queen c2 or even develop my bishop also. So maybe this b4 move can be a space gaining move, you can say, but I did not go for b4 again. I was kind of sticking to my original plan. Maybe here bishop e3 is also preferable. I should have played bishop to e3 in this position, trying to exchange the bishop, and then knight captures e3, and I'll be having some more control on these two squares. But well, I was not in mood to play bishop e3 immediately because I wanted to keep some pieces on the board. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe I should have exchanged the bishop, which was necessary. I eventually exchanged the bishop, but after some time. So I played knight g3 in this position. He immediately played d5, and then I realized that, oh, he is going to get a lot of play on the d file, and I was cursing myself in this position, like, why did I play knight to g3? I could have played bishop e3. If he captures, my knight will come in the center of the board. I will have more control on d5, and lots of other things, or you can say thoughts, started coming to my mind, like, what am I doing? In almost every game with the white pieces, I struggle a lot in openings. Okay, not only with white pieces but from black pieces also, and I was cursing myself at this position a lot, like, what am I doing? I'm playing in a foreign country, and I don't know exactly what to play in the opening. I'm always confused whether to play this or whether to play that. Maybe I should not play at all or something like that. All negative thoughts were coming in my mind, but then I said, like, okay, calm down, I'm not just lost. I just don't have any great position, or maybe I don't know exactly what to do, but it is not a lost position. Okay, I can just keep playing, and maybe the position is equal, and we'll see what happens. So I said, like, okay, no problem, I will play queen e2. Self talk is very important when you are actually thinking in a very negative way about yourself, and you need to calm yourself down. My wife always tells me, Lucia, that you should calm down, you should have a very positive self-talk with you, especially during the game, because that is some kind of issue with me. Sometimes I get too much emotional about the position. I think about that I am going to lose or something like that. I don't know whether you also think like that during the game, that you also face this kind of mental issues, but I think with some guidance, also with meditation, these things can be controlled, or you cannot really control your complete thought process, but at least you can come back to the positive thinking. You can have a self-talk also, and luckily today I did meditation before going to the game, so maybe that helped me to calm down myself. Otherwise, we never know, I would have gone into the rabbit hole, you can say, and played something stupid. So he played queen d7. I said, like, again, I should get my pieces into the game. I played knight to f5, rook to d8. I understood that I don't have any control on the d file, but then I said, like, okay, now I should exchange the bishop on a7, because this bishop is so strong. Well, I could not play bishop e3 immediately, because he has a very interesting idea to play d4 in this position. The point is, he will be, even if I keep exchanging everything, okay, just for the example, he will be having some control on the d file, and my d3 pawn will be slightly weakened. But maybe I could have gone for this also. it was not that dangerous, you can say, because after these exchanges my knight will be coming on f5 square, and I'll be getting the c file also to put some pressure on the c7 pawn. So it was not that bad, but okay, I thought like I should first control the f5 square and then go for bishop to e3. So finally I played bishop e3. Now in this position it is not that cool if he plays like this, because I can even capture here, and at any position if he captures I can fall back with my bishop, and then I will be getting this f4 e5, like a lot of play in the center of the board, and the bishop on a7 will be looking very stupid on this diagonal, right? So here he played bishop captures e3, I played queen captures e3, he captured on e4, and he played knight to e7. Well, I thought about in this position that maybe I can just capture here, maybe he'll capture, and then I play rook to d1, he'll play rook d8, and I thought like still the d file will be under his control. Maybe I should have gone for this, maybe, I don't know exactly, but even if I play queen c5 or something like that, then also it is not that easy. I think is it a good move or bad move? I think he can play. Can he capture here? No, he cannot capture. Queen on e7 is hanging, right? Knight captures e4 is coming. Yeah. Well, I cannot really play that move, and I need to give up the control of the d file at some point. So I thought in this position that I should maintain the knight on f5 square. He captured on f5, and then my ideas were like queen g3 at some point and attacking the pawn on g7, but he said like, okay, I am not going to give you any chance. Here I was thinking about queen f3 or queen to g3 also, but then I thought like maybe he will play this move, and I need to exchange the queens, or he can even play here knight h5 and try to attack. But then I thought like, okay, queen g4 is a very good idea, and I can still play on. But I somehow thought like if I go into the end game where I'll be having a queen, I might get some chance, he might be tricked. So I played rook d1. I was playing kind of fast in this game, I don't know why. I already, in this position, I was already having almost 54 minutes, and he captured immediately. I captured here, and he, in this position, very quickly played king h7, which I felt like is not that good move, because the next move which I played, queen c5, gave me some hopes that maybe I'm going to get some position which is very good for me. I played queen c5 with the idea of queen f8 and queen g7. He played rook d7 in this position. I immediately played queen to f8, knight to e8. That was the only chance to defend the pawn on g7. And in this position something tricky happened. Okay, this was a very crucial position. I should have slowed down in this position, but as I told you, I was playing very fast in this position. I thought about some things in this position, that the knight, this rook, and this rook are kind of stuck. If this rook moves anywhere, the knight on e8 is going to fall. If this rook moves anywhere in this position, then the pawn on f7 is going to fall, and the knight cannot move because the queen g7 will be a checkmate. That is what I was thinking, and I was very optimistic in this position that I can just expand on this side of the board with g4, h4, h5, and I'll be getting very good position, and he is kind of stuck in this position. But I did not realize his simple idea in this position, that he can unwind everything with just one trick, like you can say one move, and I will be helpless, because in this position I should have understood that he has one very nice idea. See, in this position I played g4, and I missed completely his idea of playing f6 followed by knight to f6, because by playing f6, the pawn on g7 is now protected, the knight can move, and my knight on f5 will be exchanged. Once the knight is exchanged, two rooks are kind of equal to the queen, or maybe better than the queen also, because I don't have any attacks or the possibilities to attack on any of his weaknesses. So it was very horrible move by me, g4. But when I played g4 and when f6 was played, then I realized that, oh, what I missed. I should have played c4 in this position, because now if he plays c6 move, I have c5 move, okay, and if he plays b6 trying to stop c5, I can still play b4. The idea of c5 is still there, and if he wants to stop c5, it is not really possible. He can play c6, and then I can play a5. If this is captured, I can capture it back. He cannot play c5 at any position, because I'll be getting a pawn. Maybe he can even give up the pawn and try to play. It is not completely lost for him, because he has plenty of defensive possibilities in this position. And if he doesn't do that thing, and if he play b5, if I play c5, now he is completely stuck. And now I can, like, if he keeps playing the rook, I can expand on this side of the board. Even if he plays f6, I can keep expanding on this side of the board, and he doesn't really have that many great moves in the position. and I think like I can even support my pawn here, so that even if he comes here, trying to come here, I can support it and I can play slowly. And maybe at some point I might try to play f4, or maybe if I want to get the f4, I can start with g3, king g2, king f3, king a3, and then f4. Maybe it's a possibility, but I don't know exactly it is winning for me or better for me, but definitely I'm the one who is in the driving seat. But the move which I played in the game, g4, without thinking about the possibility from his side, the defensive idea from his side that the f6 knight d6 was there, I just threw in every chance. Like maybe I could have pressed. I don't know that position is better for me or not, but maybe I could have pressed because his pieces were kind of stuck in that position if I had the pawn on c5 square. But I did not do that thing. Now I realize that the game is going to be drawn. So knight d6 was played. I captured here. He captured here. I supported the pawn on f2. b6 was played. I played h5. Rook d2 was played, and then I played queen e8. I already decided like, okay, this is going to be an equal position. So I queen e6, rook d2, and we repeated the moves, and finally at this position we agreed for a draw. So that was my first round's game. I hope that you kind of liked my game analysis. Although my quality of the game was not that great, maybe I could have played much better in the opening also, and I need to prepare more. That's the only thing I can say. And let's see how it goes tomorrow. I am going to play my second game, and as I said, like the tournament is kind of very strong. I will be playing against, the pairings are just out, and I will check with whom am I playing. I'm playing against one 1880 player, Mangus Rubia Oriol. So let's see, this player is 2008 born, so kind of young player. I'm going to play tomorrow, so let's see how it goes. Wish me good luck, and let's see how it goes. And I'll be giving the link for the chess results also in the description. Do check it out, the results, and send me all the blessings and luck. Okay, that's what I need, I think, at this point, apart from well prepared. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Do like the video and do comment. Bye bye.